Hi, this is Jerry. I have a question for you. With all of the news that we hear today, do you accept everything you hear? Or do you pause and test whether it's true or not? Welcome to Proverbs 14:15. In the world that we live in, it's filled with opinions, promises, advertisements, even spiritual claims about wisdom. This all requires more than just trust. It requires discernment. Proverbs 14:15 teaches us to think carefully before we start acting on anything. Now, what this verse really means is, like it said on the first post, the simple believe everything. In this proverb, the simple are not necessarily unintelligent people. They're inexperienced, unguarded, easily influenced, because they fail to examine what they hear. They may accept rumors as truth. They may trust appearances, follow persuasive voices, make decisions without investigating. The second part of this verse says, "But the prudent give thought to their steps." A prudent person is one who is cautious and is thoughtful. They examine the facts, they seek God's wisdom, they consider the consequences if they followed it, and they test what they hear before acting. Now, let me give you a central truth here. Wisdom does not believe everything at face value. You see, wise people think carefully. They test the information and consider where their choices will lead them. Now, this is mentioned in a few places in the Bible, this very verse that we're talking about. It says in Thessalonians 5:21, "Test everything. Hold fast what is good." Now we're coming up on Proverbs 14:18 and a few more lessons here. It says, the naive inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Even in the New Testament, in Matthew 10:16, Jesus said, "Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves." This proverb teaches that gullibility is dangerous, while careful discernment protects us. Faith does not mean believing everything. It means trusting God while wisely evaluating the message and the opportunities that are presented to us. So, before you start believing in anything that you hear or acting on anything you hear, ask yourself this: is it true? Does it align with Scripture at all? What evidence supports this? What consequences might follow? Now, you start doing this, you start developing a habit. You start thinking critically. You start praying for discernment. You start seeking wise counsel for those who are in the know, and you move thoughtfully. Now, there's benefits for following this verse in Proverbs. If you practice prudence, you're going to gain things. You're going to have better judgment in your life, protection against deception, more thoughtful decisions, and greater spiritual discernment. You'll also have increased confidence. Now, you have to be careful. There's pitfalls. Believing rumors without any verification, following persuasive personalities blindly, acting impulsively, and confusing security with truth. Now, let me give you a couple of words of wisdom. A trusting heart is valuable, but an unguarded mind is vulnerable. So ask questions before you start taking any steps. Those who examine their steps are far likely less to stumble. Now, this verse will be on the screen. Read it out loud if you can, and have a great day.